Yeah, and I like the idea here of finally bringing Belikin out here in the first King of the Hill set. We were wondering if we're going to see him in 2v2, but the way that Yadai and Diego you've been playing, you understand why they may not. But to now see him come out in head-to-head, in the first spot of King of the Hill, very, very low pressure. And just to remind you guys at home, King of the Hill, each squad gets 3 players. Each player has 1 life. The first squad to eliminate all 3 of the opposing squad will end up taking the match today.
Belly, of course, has a long and storied history in Clash Royale competition, all the way back to 2017, playing in RPL with a variety of teams taking #1 at Worlds, though, in his final position.
3 Musketeers. 3 Musketeers.
They seem to be back.
Yeah.
They certainly seem to be back, especially with this 3M Royal Hogs, which, you know, we saw become so popular back in 2018.
No elixir for the Tombstone. Belikin already in trouble. Heal Spirit coming in. That is a ton of damage on the right-hand side. Yes, the Dark Prince comes down, but that's going to be 4 elixir that is very, very easily managed by Bale.
Minute 45 left in regulation, and so far it's been all Bale, but what's he going to do? Just a little Hunter should be enough to stop this push from doing too much damage. Should be 1, maybe 2, just 1 belt from the Baby Dragon. And you see, that's where you see the difference in that Baby Dragon's health reduction, Andrew. And back in the day, that probably would have been 2 belches.
Yeah, that's actually a very, very good point you make. And Belikin just overspending a little bit on that left-hand lane made it so he did not have the 3 elixir he desperately needed to get that Tombstone down. And Bale recognizing that, putting the Heal Spirit behind those Hogs, give him about 1100 HP lead.
It's interesting now, Andrew, seeing with the reduction in Bomb Tower HP that Icewiz NATO Tombstone's been making a bit of a comeback, and especially with the, also on top of that, the rise in Prince usage.
Yeah, that's a very good point you make. You got to make sure you can deal with those charging Princes, and it does feel like now it's back to Tombstone, you know, 1 elixir cheaper and all those great utility aspects that you talk about.
Here we go, final 45 seconds. We'll see if Belikin chooses to make a push on the right-hand side, but 3M down. And a nice nado to the opposite lane.
Yeah, a nice nado plus poison, but was that poison too high? He gets the bar barrel down. Nice bar barrel to turn things around. And that is one of those interactions that Belikin just must know like the back of his hand.
Played that perfectly, and that was the 3M high. That was the danger of going in front of the King Tower rather than behind.
And so this is a moment now where maybe we can get Belikin to actually get a counter push, because he has not been able to get that Graveyard down, and we all know the worst thing when playing Graveyard is that you can never get your win condition down. So here we go.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Hunter high to deal with that tankage, but Graveyard getting some good damage, and the Baby Dragon splashing as well. This is a huge hit for Belly to take out of Bale in the final moments of regulation as we go into sudden death.
Ooh, Musketeers each get 1 shot on the right-hand side. Not the end of the world. Belikin recognizes his right-hand tower is the weaker of the 2, but those on the left-hand side taking those 2 shots is never ideal.
In front of King Tower again with the 3M. No NATO this time to deal with it.
Maybe a
Gonna
high...
poison those 2 on the left-hand side.
There we go, a high Icewiz to catch this. Not the ideal response, and 1 Musketeer locks on tower, gets a couple shots.
Just so much damage continuing to pile up for Bale. A minute 20 left in sudden death.
And Belly does not have his Tombstone in cycle now.
3M in the back one more time. You're going to see keep going with those 2 to the left, away from the weak side tower.
Yep.
Final minute approaching, triple elixir. Can Bale hold on here in the opening game of King of the Hill?
Belikin drops 4 elixir in the back. There is the Tombstone. Prince gonna get up in time. Does... Yes, no, it does not. Icewiz takes the brunt of this Musketeer.
So now switching lanes is Belikin. 3M dropping, but that's not going to be a good 3M here. King Tower activation, though. Final 42 seconds. This could be tower down on the left-hand side, just barely survives.
I'm kind of shocked he actually didn't NATO him to the right-hand side to try to get the poison value in there as well, but still ends up paying off a little bit. But now Belikin a lot to deal with. Hogs on the tower. NATO pulls him back. This is very, very close. Hunter does not splash.
Yeah, that Hunter looked like it was going to finish the game right then and there. Graveyard in. Belly needs to defend and offense at the same time. Tombstone does not get hit by the log. That could be huge. Is there a NATO to pull all this back? Nope, that's going to be it.
That is it.
No, doesn't
the
connect.
log, though. The log will take down the tower. Saint Belikin. So close, but I'm wondering, I don't know, I'll have to read online. I'm wondering if that NATO should have pulled the Musketeers to the left